recording. So we are not sending the available moves to the front end. That's the problem.
Hmm. That is probably true.
I
That's
think
definitely true,
it
actually. I
should be
don't remember
just
doing that.
it should just be a list of tags, quite literally. Empty tag, like
Ah,
tags with no attributes and no content, just tags.
okay, basically a set of moves which are just named.
Yeah, and this is only true for the full player serialization. We don't have to send all the available moves for other players. So that's the fix
Uh,
that we have to do.
that's here, right?
Yeah, we have the available actions, but we're not binding this to anything, as you can see. We should, and then we need to serialize this as well. Um, Available actions, there we go.
Yeah, this kind of already returns the structure we want. It's just,
No,
well,
but no, but we need to serialize it, like put in the format of xml. So like tuple and all that nonsense. And there's actually another problem. Um,
okay.
there is actually another problem. Um, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we didn't think this through back in the day. We are sending the entire visible state to the serializer via the SSC. And so that means that we either need to change the interface of that function, of that message, I guess, to also send the available actions, and then we do the mashup between the visible state and the available actions in the serialization layer, or we do an update on the visible state, putting the available actions before sending to the serializer.
Yeah, I think the second option is better overall.
Okay, so that means that I have a third option actually. We
Okay.
call available actions during the redaction of the state.
You mean here, basically, right?
And no, because what we actually need to do. No, yes, actually, yes. It is on line 26, in fact. So we call available actions in there. And then we add to the map that we are constructing, right? We have players, we have you, and we have the current player. But here's my okay. This is gonna sound this is gonna sound. Let's actually go to the chat in Discord and grab the latest version that we have of the XML. It should be here somewhere.
Um,
Yeah, just scroll up.
actually, I think it's here, right?
I don't remember posting the latest version. I just remember posting the old one. It's in the chat of the call.
This is September, yeah. Pa-pa-pam. Huh, Discord doesn't actually try to avoid infinite mirroring.
Just
That's
scroll up,
weird.
man. Yeah, there we go. This is good enough. This is actually good enough. I wanted to put the available actions inside the player. So like we have players, and if you are looking at yourself, we show you your hand, right? I want to also have a list there, a tag there called available actions, but inside the player. You know what I mean?
You mean here, right?
Yeah, exactly. But this is not really easy to do in the redaction function because the redaction function only creates the outer layer. So you have the you and the current player and the players, you see, on line 26.
No, but you can just put it in here.
You can. You actually
Although
can.
then this, although then this function has to take the entire state as an argument, right? Not just the
Exactly.
player.
Exactly. But we have the entire state. This function is only being called on line 24, and line 24 is inside to line 22. And line 22 gives us the entire state anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. This takes. Okay, available actions actually considers only the visible state, which
No, yeah, but this
means,
doesn't matter which state it takes into account actually. Because this is before we send data to the thing. So we can use the full state if we want to.
um,
No,
flat
actually
map.
I lied a little bit because line 42 assumes that we already have passed to the redaction because there's a key it's using a key named u, and u only exists after we make it visible state.
Right, right. List players, MRF player state U.
Can we fix that? I think we can fix this line 42 because what is this doing? This is essentially this
Oh,
is
that's in
essentially
Yako.
just grabbing your hand. Yeah, we can combine available actions with extractive self.
It takes a hand.
Yeah, this only takes your hand. So that's what I'm saying. I think we can combine line available actions with the extractive self.
Oh, the indentation is wrong, that's why.
The indentation is wrong.
Yeah, it was like here,
Ah, okay, you
but
were
like it should be
confused.
here
I see.
or here. Yeah, that makes more sense actually, yeah.
Okay, what do you say about combining available actions with extractive self?
Available actions with, yeah, we can do that. That's certainly an option. But, um, well, we have the player number, which means, yeah, we actually don't need this player number here because we have it as an argument in extractive self, I should say. Yeah, that's probably it's probably the best way to go, I think.
Yeah, so line 19 will become a let, essentially. And then the first thing we need to do is to extract the hand out of the player. Um, yeah,
Mm,
pretty much.
we take the hand. Do we need to take the hands though?
Yeah, because that's what's required to call the call reacher function. This is
I mean,
literally grabbing your hand.
oh yes, but if you call index player number, then yeah, player is a map. Yeah, we can just do this, no? This is not being called elsewhere other than that one place, right?
No.
Yeah, okay. So this can go away. This can go away. This now also takes the player number, and that means this can go away, right?
List players, player number, hand. What are we doing here? We
Which
are doing a
means we
get
can
in,
just,
grabbing the hand. I see, I see.
which means we can just do mset player. Oops.
Does the order matter? Shouldn't we put this function above the other one?
It shouldn't matter.
Okay.
Player number, actually player. Set player, available actions, player number,
You're missing actions.
and we need a key which is actions.
Wait, what? No, you're missing available
Oh,
actions. Yeah.
right, actually. There we go.
Okay, so you're putting to the player the available actions and calling the available actions function.
This should be enough, right?
I I Can we rename player state to player in available actions? Just to be 100% consistent with the name out elsewhere there. Yeah. This is doing shadowing all the way as well. Ah, fuck me. Okay. Okay, so now that we did this, we need to serialize it properly. So now you need to go to the XML module
Wait a
and
second.
go.
Ah, okay, this was already doing shadowing before. Never mind.
Yeah. Now you need to go to the XML module and you need to serialize this nonsense. Like we need to put it in the XML format.
Okay. Uh,
So somewhere in here we are doing something about the players.
Convert style, convert
Yeah,
pile,
definitely.
convert
Oops, oops, oops,
Yakuza,
oops,
convert
oops, oops,
full
there.
player. This is
Convert
the
full
one.
player. We need to extract the available actions from the pattern matching on 81, which is very terrible, but no. This is how you do it in LFE.
We have the hand, the discard pile, the open hand. We need to add the available actions.
Yeah. No, you forgot the other binding. That's just the key. Yeah, and now we
And
need to do
then
something about it to convert it in here. Yeah, pretty much.
uh, convert available actions. And then we define convert
So this is
available
just a list of
actions.
atoms. So should be
Yeah, which
fairly easy.
means we should do something like tuple. Well, not this, right?
What do you want to do? Yeah,
Tuple
available actions.
available actions.
And now it's attributes and content. We have none of them actually.
We can skip the attributes if we don't have any, right? Which
But we don't
means we
have
can go.
content as well.
But we
Oh no,
do.
no, we do in this level. Yes, it's only the individual ones. Yeah, you're right.
Map actions.
No. This must be empty. This first one because this is the attributes.
We do that to tuple.
Sorry?
If you have a two tuple in XML, you actually treat the second element as the contents because it's more common to have contents than to have attributes.
No, that's fine. But the first list is attributes, right?
No, I only have one list here.
Oh, if you put only one list, that's
It's the
only content?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So you're telling me that line 65 and 68 we can remove the empty lists?
We can actually.
I didn't know that.
We can remove it here as well, actually.
That's very unexpected. Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, we should
But we can't remove. But we can't remove this one
yeah.
because this
That
is.
makes total sense. But we should go throughout the file and try to see the cases where we have empty lists on the first position.
Okay, so for each action, We
This
need
is
to
a
make a
list scope, so
tuple.
you need to put lists module there on the map.
Do we?
Yeah, this is from the lists module, not the Erlang module.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
This is built in, you're assuming?
Oh, yeah, no, if you just say map, that's
Yeah, this
actually
is
going to do the
now.
map.
Yeah, this is now a map.
Yeah, lists map. Uh, it's kind of sad that there's this name clash, but oh well.
Action, empty, empty, right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that essentially. This is it.
should be, yeah.
Yeah, but now we have another problem. How do we test? Because if we don't have anything, the available actions function, which is only called checking for Richie, that will not compute. That will give us an empty list. If it gives an empty list, it's not going to show up. Wait, it will show up, right? In XML.
It should, yes.
So, but we should not do that. What we should do, if we want to do it full properly, is to make like a mock, a hand from a player that is actually about to go into Richie, and then we use that in the initial game state function instead of the random one.
Or we could just call the function in the REPL.
That also works.
Like if we say convert available actions.
No. I'm very sure this is going to work. This particular function. I just want to test the entire pipeline. Spawn the server, use the scripts to bootstrap a session, bootstrap a room, and then try to make a move and see the final XML out of that.
Okay. In that case, yeah, let's make a hand with 7 pairs and mock that because that's probably the easiest thing to do. Um, initial wall. There we go.
No, you should go to initial game instead.
Initial game.
Just overwrite one of the hands. Well, overwrite the first hand from player one. That's easier.
Initial player.
Like,
Initial player. Here we go. Yeah.
this
Like,
is just how should I say?
oh wait, this takes a PID, which is a number, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, but there is a better way to do this. Go back, Control Z this. You see line 67? We can just do an index or a T set if it's a tuple and change the hand of that guy using the collections module.
Mm, that works. Like, player PID. This is a zip with, and then
No,
we
but we are
do
converting this to a,
list
yeah.
to tuple. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just do a T set on the,
Oops. Tset. Actually, call
exactly,
tset
update in,
players.
no, update in, because we need to go to the hand of the first guy. So we need to do nesting. T set is not from collections, this is from the prelude. Well, from
That's
prelude
true.
of Erlang.
Update.
In, so it's
Hand.
hand, exactly. And then we put our hand in here.
And we put our hand in here.
Which is not a list, it's a multi-set.
Right, because we didn't want to bother with ordering. Okay,
Not
that's
only
actually
that,
pretty
but it's
easy.
also because it's very convenient for the melds checking.
And the convenience is because we don't have to bother with the order, but also because unlike a set, we know the quantities.
Exactly. Which is like
Uh,
halfway to have the melds.
um,
So we need to be about into go into a Ricci. So which hand should we use for that?
let's just do 7 pairs.
Sure, that works.
Map lambda n, and then we do tuple tile. Um, let's do bamboo and whatever. And then we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But that's gonna make a list, which means, okay, uh, lists map, lists fold L.
I think it's fold left in our line.
Mm, no, it's fold L actually.
So I'm confusing with a camel. That's fair.
Uh, and we do lambda. Accumulator comes second for some reason. Tile accumulator call mset add. Actually, this adds 2 msets, right? Is that a problem?
No, no.
Given a value adds 1. Yeah, that's not quite what we want.
It's
Oh,
not.
but we have mset. We have mset plus actually. That works. Mset plus accumulator, and then we do map tile 2, right?
What is the difference between mset plus is combining two msets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Indentation is wrong because of course it is.
Wait, what are you doing here? You're creating a list of 7 numbers, then you are mapping them to be tuples of bamboo, and then you're folding, duplicating the quantity of them.
Yeah.
I see.
Um, how much are we drawing in the initial hand?
Now we are drawing on line for 66.
Split hand, which draws 14. Which is actually not correct. It should be 13 only, but um, yeah.
No, I just changed it to 13. Okay, let's go. This is ready for complete end-to-end testing now. Oh,
Missing token.
missing token.
62.
It doesn't tell us anything. So
There
the
we go.
Grandmaster Marinho lacked parentheses. Even the best makes mistakes.
Um,
Yeah, so
let's
prepare the
see.
room.
Actually, okay, I'm in the server already. Prepare the room.
You need to go to the server.
Oh, I'm not in the. Yeah. Prepare the room. Then we do start,
Something
and
broke.
something broke apparently. Bad key map get. Because of a get in collections,
No, it's inside the
which is
available
being
actions.
called in available actions, which is being called in extractive self. Wait, extractive self? Wait. Oh, right, because actually we don't need any of these. We can just do a hand.
Oh yeah,
And actually that means we can just do
mref.
mref.
And you don't need the list
Um,
there as well. Way better.
yeah, this is much nicer.
Yeah, kill the
This can be in one
server, so we
line.
disconnect everybody. Then respawn it, and let's prepare the room. Boom, 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 boom.
Start.
Still
What
fucked
now?
up. Where is it?
Um,
It's still on a
map.
map get, which
Doing
is
na
interesting.
map get.
And it's still on available actions. It's happening on line 15, so extractive self for sure. And on line 31, which is available actions. Can you scroll up first to see the player?
I can do better. There we go.
Okay. Wait, we have a list of players. We have a list of a player. What do you mean? Did you save the file?
I did, actually.
Hmm, that is weird. That is pretty weird.
Flat map is breaking.
I wonder why. I wonder fucking why. Well, we can try to print the player inside the lambda. That's an option.
But we can see the player, it's here, right?
No, we have players as well. What is players in this context? That's what I'm confused.
Map get
There is a
players.
bad key. Oh, the problem is a bad key players. Somewhere we're trying to do a map get on players, which is probably line 24. But that doesn't make any sense, right?
Extractive self player number. Then we do a T map on the players that we're getting from the state. Using the player and the index. If the index
Which
equals to
other
the name
which
player
other
number.
place we can we have this problem? None, right? This needs to be the place.
Oh, this is the place.
No, no, no. Line 24.
Mm,
Go to the caller of this function, full state to player state, please.
but
But
This is not actually map get players inside of a get in, inside of available actions. And that means actually that tmap get available actions get in. Hmm.
you agree that if you're not calling anything players inside available actions,
Yeah.
yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Is this the only place that we XML, room, game? Oh, there are a few places in game actually.
Yeah, just go to the caller of this function. Let's see what the caller does before sending the state.
Um,
It's the
yeah, this
first
is
one.
this is being used here.
This receives the entirety of the state, so this should not be
It
a problem
does.
at all. I'm very confused on what can be wrong. Can we print the state maybe before line 25? Printing the state seems like a good idea to me.
We can do that. IO format, state tilde p, and then we do list state.
Yeah, but I think this print is not gonna print because it's failing on extractive self. So this print is not gonna fly. I don't remember if this works, but let's try.
All
Let's go.
right,
Kill the
init,
server. Oh, we need to restart.
restart.
I don't know if this kills the SSE connections. Maybe it doesn't.
It did.
Prepare the room and start. Boom, boom, boom. What happened there?
Apparently it worked, actually.
Wait, what? What? This doesn't make any sense, right? We just tested this. We just added a print. What the fuck did happen there? And where is our print?
Ready player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. Somebody wants to start. This is the initial game. Huh.
I don't
I
understand. Where is
wonder.
our print?
Let's try this again.
This is fucked up.
Start.
Oh, it
There's the
isn't there.
state.
Okay, now it worked. Okay, that's very weird what happened there. Yeah, but there is
The
something
state.
called players in here. Did you call start? Did it work? Calling start?
Oh, yes.
Really?
And you
Look at the
printed the
hand of
state
the
four
first player.
times.
Is the guy with the hand that we just... Yeah, it is. A bunch of bamboos. Okay. So... Wait, this means that it already works. Grab an XML from the player 1. Yeah, grab the third XML on the top right terminal. And let's format this nonsense in an online formatter or something to see if it has the Ricci.
Uh, okay. Man, it would be so nice if there was some kind of CLI tool or whatever to format XML.
Well, there is for JSON.
Of course there is.
CLI XML format. Let's see. Oh, XQ. It
XQ.
exists. Yeah, it's the competitor of JQ. Of course it is.
It doesn't
Thank
look
you.
like it's
Thank you, open
packaged
source.
in Geeks, unfortunately.
No, of course it's not. But you know what to do. Yep, it does. It does JQ for XML and HTML. And of course, I'm gonna see if Nix has it because this makes sense to be on Nix. And the answer is it does. Okay, so just Nix shell it. Easy. Nix dash shell
Uh,
dash p xq. Go. What happened there?
it broke apparently.
When calling import built-in, find file. File Nix packages was not found. Huh. That is very weird.
It's incredible.
Well, just go to the internet then. In the
Uh,
meantime, I will try to see if I can have it. Nix shell p xq. Oops. xq. Yeah, your Nix is broken. It works here.
well, in that case,
Yep, I do have it.
in that case, um,
Oh fuck, but then I need to open a file. Let me open a file.
wait a second. Did you not copy everything? Hmm.
Programming. Mahjong XML. I'm ready.
Just give me 1 second here. If we do prepare
I'm
the
gonna read the
room
documentation. Oh,
and start. Oh, there we go.
yeah, grab the one with u equals 1, please.
Oh, I can see it already. It's here.
No, so fuck it. Let's not. Let's just continue. Um, okay, that's actually it. So let's make a commit, merge this. I don't have to see it prettified to believe it. I don't understand why the first time it didn't work. That doesn't make sense to me still.
Just for the sake of paranoia.
Like, you said you saved the file.
I did. There's an indicator in the editor if the file is not saved. And it wasn't there.
But
Yeah,
it
that
works.
works. Very strange.
But let's just fucking go.
Strange.
Because now
Let's see.
we're gonna merge
It's there.
this, and then we're gonna do... Well, undo the... Yeah, undo that. Yeah. Actually, no. Don't undo that. Go back. Save this in a separate function. Because we're probably gonna have a bunch of those.
The
Actually,
fun.
no. Let's actually not do that. Let's make a module called hands. And let's put useful hands for testing in there. This is gonna be 7 pairs. Especially if we are going to the scenario of Chii and Pon and all the other nonsense, we're gonna have probably a bunch of those, man.
7 pairs. We probably just need these, right?
Yeah, you should receive a hand and return a new one. Or maybe actually just return a hand. You don't need to receive anything. These are all artificial hands anyway. Line shoe is incorrect because it's 7 pairs 0. Don't forget to put this in the source file.
We need to do this.
Yeah. And yeah. Don't forget source
List,
file.
map, source file.
Yeah.
Oh, right. This one.
Yeah, we need to put the hands
This.
in here. Also, I think we should actually keep the 7 pairs on the first player. What do you think?
Keep the 7 pairs on the first player.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking of just keeping it random, but I don't know. Maybe we should be always testing the 7 pairs. I don't know what your thoughts on it.
Technically, the 7 pairs there is not correct, but thankfully we can commit everything else but not this. So,
I'll just undo it then, because it's very easy to redo it if we have to redo it. Like I
right,
just
it
want
would
the
be
hand
just,
saved just for the sake of making it more convenient.
it would be literally just this, right?
Yeah, in the future, if we want to re-edit, this is the line, for example.
Okay.
So I think this is very like okay. Oh, go back to
Mm,
the XML. We need to see the discard piles and the because we changed, right? You removed the empty lists from the attributes. We should double check. Well, if it's serializing correctly, I think that already means it works. So it
yeah,
works.
if it's here.
Yeah. Good. Let's make a PR. I will approve it, and let's immediately jump into Pawn, Con, and Chii. And the name of the
Actually,
branch should be Real Open Hand.
just for completeness, let's discard a bamboo one. Just so we can see that the discard pile is U is 2, U is 1, it shouldn't matter, right?
It should well, it needs to be on the hand of the guy. If it is, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's here.
So there we go.
It's freaking here. Yeah, oh, it's working. Okay, we can just commit this then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fix available moves. This can be just this, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just go for it. Open the PR, and we'll immediately approve it. And then we're gonna go. We're done with foundations, finally. We just literally forgot to send the available moves.
Hmm. Just taking a quick look, just to make sure if
We don't have empty lists on the first, right?
tuple spec. This is a list. This is a tuple tile, and these are the attributes. So that empty list has to stay. Yeah, actually, it's just those two. Well, three actually. Send the available moves to the client.
Yep. That is the tiny piece that we forgot. That we literally just forgot. So do you know Kanchi and Pon? Because I don't.
Uh, Man, it's been a while actually. I may have to refresh my memory on that. Well, the PR is open at any rate.
Approve. Let's make the new freaking branch called Rio Open Hand. Well, we have
Amazing.
two options here. Mageta said that you can have a Kanchi and Pon on closed hand. So we either make Rio Open Hand and then we create the three moves on open hand case, or we make a Chii branch, a Pon branch, and a Kan branch, and we make for each branch the open and closed cases.
That seems a bit too much actually. That second option.
Okay, Rio Open Hand it is then.
I am. Well, technically,
It's already merged. You can pull from master.
I just did. But yeah, technically, we could just, reuse the name because this doesn't exist anymore on GitHub.
On GitHub. It. Are you sure? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that's fine.
Uh, how do you do that again? Git branch.
Branch the capital D. Well, yeah. I would just delete it and
Yeah,
then
this delete force. Okay. Git branch open hand. Open hand. Yeah, there we go.
oh, I didn't ping the message of Magita sending the manual. I'm very sad.
Uh,
Oh, but there is a cheat sheet. Okay, I'm gonna pin this. We only have to discover if it's open hand and or closed hand. It's saying that it's both. Oh no no no! I was reading the wrong thing. Okay, this is actually yeah. This is not yeah. This is not the spreadsheet. So where is the manual? Where is the fucking manual? Do you have any documentation?
not really. And this can go away.
Okay. I'm scrolling up. I'm literally scrolling all the way up in this chat. Well, not this one, the chat of Mahjong, because I think Mageta posted in there as well. Yeah, here we go. Reach Mahjong. Is this the one? I think this may be the one. I'm gonna pin it so you can check in the channel. So pin message. There we go. Oh, and there's also this one that I found myself. Maybe this is also better because this is for children. So,
Copy link.
and yeah, so let's see. Okay, so
Mahjong picture guide.
yeah, but this one you have to click on things, and I don't know is actually if it's a good idea.
Winds, dragons, the hand.
Yeah, and there's also the hand, and then there's sequence, triplet, and then a can. A can is four of the same tile. But what the fuck? Where the fuck is the pawn and the other things? Yeah, that's the problem. Ah, we need Magetta. uh,
Um, yeah, no, that's right. Chii is a sequence, pawn is a triplet, and can is when you are making a quartet.
that it? Just making quartets? Let me read here. Wait, you said the Chii again?
Chii is for a sequence.
So Shunsu in the link here. Three consecutive tiles of the same suit. Wait. Oh, you have three. Wait. So if you have one triplet, well, one sequence, you already have a Chii.
You can call a Chii, yeah, if you can complete a sequence from a
Wait, I have
discard.
I have 13 pieces. If three of them is the same suit and in sequence, I can already call a Chii.
No, you call a Chii when the player before you discards a tile that you can use to make a sequence.
No, but the sequence is in the configuration that I said. I have 12. I have 13 pieces on my hand, and using the ones from the discard pile of the previous player, I can I can create a sequence of three.
Uh, yeah, basically, if you can make a sequence from the tile that was just discarded by the previous player, then yeah, you can call a Chii and open that sequence as part of
So
your
Chiis
open
are very
hand.
easy then, in comparison to Riches, for example.
Oh yes, they are.
Okay, let's implement that. Fuck it.
Let's see, for the discards, draw, Richie, discards, current hand, blah blah blah. Yeah, we grab the discard pile.
No, 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 no. What we are about to implement needs to happen on the available actions function.
Well, yes, but I'm trying to check. Uh, Next state, we update the current hand removing the tile. Then we update the current pile by consing the tile at the front. Okay, that makes sense. So, available actions. Um, Available. There we go. Here.
We're gonna make a Yaku call Chii, apparently. And, ooh, that's actually an interesting thing. We only need two things, right? Your hand and the discard pile of the previous player. We have to make a function that knows the notion of previous.
Yeah, we do.
But this can be just pattern matching, right? We can literally
Have
make a
fun.
function that knows how to grab the previous from pattern matching on the integer that you're sending.
Yeah. So
Oh, you want to make a previous player that takes the state, not the player number.
previous player discard actually. Because the player number is easy, right? It's just -1 and it loops if you were going to 0, you instead go to 4.
Do we need anything else from the other players aside from their discard piles?
For Chii, no, we don't.
No, no, no. For anything else.
Um, we may need their open hands in some cases.
Well, in that case, I think we should make a function called previous player that gives you the entire player, that is the previous one, and then we make the discard and the other things separately.
Okay.
Shouldn't you also receive the player number as an argument to know yourself?
Should we? Oh, actually, that's a good point. If it's not your turn, obviously you can't call Chi, right?
Yeah, but at this moment we already looped it, which means that the current player is pointing to the next player, not you.
What? No, you call Chi after the previous player discarded, and discarding basically ends your turn.
Wait, repeat, please.
Like the last thing you do in your turn is you do a discard, basically.
Wait, so you call a Chi and then you discard. No, you call a Chi, you draw, and then you discard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I think we should receive your player number in there, as well as the state.
yeah, we should actually. Player number.
The first thing we should compute is what is the player number of the previous player. That's the first computation we should do.
And this is why I hate one-based indexing actually. Like
Um,
we can't. Um. Oh, there's no.
no, we are doing the mod trick to go forward. The problem is going backwards.
Yeah, the problem is you would just do the mod trick, except because it's one base and not zero base, you have to do some extra increments and decrements, and that's kind of not great. Do we have mod
Go to loop.
loop? The fun loop.
No, actually I lied. The next player. But this is to move forward. We need to do the opposite. We need to do a similar math, but to go backwards.
Current player. We grab the current player, we add 1, and then we do RAM 4. Yeah, this is actually not correct, in fact.
Are you sure?
Because, yeah, because, hmm, um, 29. Yeah, because, yeah, if you look at this, if you do RAM 5, 4, that's 1. If you do RAM 4, 4, that's 0, you see? But
Mm.
our indexing is 1 based, so we should never have a 0. Yeah, these two are basically flipped actually.
Fair enough.
Because like if we were doing, if our indexing started from 0, the thing we have to do is we have to get the current player, add 1, and then do mod 4. So we wrap around. Since we're 1 based, what we need to do is we grab the current player, we decrement 1 to go to being 0 based. Then we add 1 so we get the next player, but those two cancel out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we do the mod 4, but then we have to add 1 at the end to go back to being 1 based.
Let's make a function called previous player.
Um,
That does a similar math, but does what you said.
Previous player. Um, State. But this is yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, we
this should
need
not.
to.
Yeah, this should not update in place the state. It should just grab it and return it.
Hmm, Player number. So basically, we do this, but well, we don't have the current player. Instead, we do. Uh, we start with the player number. Then you need to do -2. One is because we need to switch to 0 base, and the other one is because we want the previous player.
We don't need. Yeah, you don't need the state in this function. You don't need the player number.
Okay. Um, we should probably rename this at some point then, because
This is only used in one place. You can rename it now.
mm, and this is exported for some reason. We don't
It
need that,
shouldn't.
right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Um, yeah, let's rename this to next player. Um,
State to next player.
no, this is updating the state, so it's like end turn, right?
Eh, that is a better name for loop, in my opinion. And this function is only about updating the who is the current player. And turn is a
Wait,
better name for loop in line 95.
no, but actually this shouldn't be here at all.
Wait, what? Why?
Because you need to be able to call a Chii, then draw a tile, then discard a tile.
I don't understand.
Like you need to be able to do more than one thing. The way this is written, you always end the turn after you do one action.
Ah, oh, it's because I was not considering this to be ending the turn before. You're right. This should not be here. We should have a separate action called end turn then.
Mm, why?
Can you do anything after discarding
No, you
aside from
can't.
ending your turn?
Is that Mageta? Hello,
Yeah,
Mageta.
I just got home. Hello, guys.
Yo.
Discarding ends your turn, right?
Discarding ends your turn. Yes, unless it's
You
a
see?
Kun. Unless it's a Kun. Open.
But a Kun doesn't
There,
actually reduce your hand size, does it?
Depend. Yes, I mean it will decrease by one, right? Uh, so here's the trick though. Like there are two forms of con. There's a con open and a closed con. What's the difference? If you buy if you have three, so you made a meld, right? So you have like 111 of ping, and then you bought the fourth. So mind you, you bought it, okay? So you got it from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can do a closed con. That means that your hands is still closed, but you declare a con anyhow, and that counts as a single meld. You see? So you will have actually 15 pieces to beat the game, but this last meld with like three or four, sorry, it is closed, so it's considered to be a single one. So it's a special rule, and then that changes how you discard and how you get, but that changes the size of your hand.
But a can in and of itself, when you do a closed can, is not actually a discard. You still have the tile, it's just open, right?
Yes, you actually gain one more tile, right? The rules for discarding changed though, because on an open con, you discard before you do the con. Actually, sorry, you buy the tile, you buy the next thing from the wall after you do the con. You see? So you discard, you do the con, discard, then you buy a new tile. With a closed con, you do the con, then you buy the piece, then you discard. And you flip to the next piece close to the Dora, which we don't have yet.
Man, this is so fucking confusing. I'm lost. I need.
Okay, but that's part of a can. A normal discard always ends your turn, right?
A normal discard always ends your turn, yes.
Yeah, so this shouldn't be here at all.
Okay.
So this can just be this.
Mhm. Mhm.
And actually, there's no... Well,
Okay. So going back to we're doing the math, right? On line 84. Let's continue doing the math. So you have a player number. You do -2 first because it's one based, and second because you want the previous player, right?
then you do mod 4, and that gives you the index 0 based of the
And then
previous
you do a
player.
+1 to go back to one based.
Yeah,
Okay, let's use this function up there now.
let's use this function up there. Yeah,
We
this
need to change the
is
name of this as well.
available actions.
No, 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 the one that
Uh,
you just deleted. Yeah, because this function is doing a little bit more than the one down there. This is grabbing the state of that guy, not only computing it. Yeah. So the first thing is call that function down there to get the index of this guy, and then you do a tref on the state. Well, not tref, a get in. Yeah. Players. Then you need the index that you're going to compute from that guy. Uh, and that is that. Then, in line 41, we... Well, we need a better system in here. This if is not going to cut it anymore. Do we need a cond? Do we have a cond in LFE?
mm,
It's actually a cond thread first, right?
yeah, this is actually not where we make the change lemons. We actually do this.
Oh! Yeah, that's gonna be repetitive as fuck. We can improve this for sure. But yeah, instead of call Richie, we need to do call what we're implementing. Chii, right? No, line 46. Don't forget line
Uh,
46.
oh yes, but the argument here
It needs
is we
to have
need
be the
the...
hand and the previous discard, the discard pile of the previous guy. No, but this should also be a get in.
CLJ, tried first, then we do state, straight, previous player.
Don't forget the player number as well as an argument. And we need this to be a get in because we need to grab this guy's discard pile from the state.
Player number. That gives us the previous player, so we just do MREF
Discard pile.
discard file.
Fine. Yeah. So let me also ask a dumb question right now. I don't know the game yet, so please have mercy. Can you call a Chii like you can call a Richie?
Kinda. When the previous player does a discard, you can call a Chii. Then you draw in discard, and that's your turn, basically.
Oh, but then I go back to the previous stupid questions before.
Technically you can do a can, an open can. Well, a closed can actually after you draw, but that's a separate action, right?
No, yes, but let me. I always get confused about the move and doing a call for the move, right?
No, you just do the move. Actually, calling the move is part of doing the move, right? You have to say Chi, then you grab the tile, make your meld, and then that's it.
Okay, so this is just Chii. Okay, let's implement this function then. So Chii question mark in Yaku module.
Why is Chii on the Yaku though?
Just because reaching it is. Where should this live, Mageta?
Oh, this is not really. Well, technically, Chi is an action. We have actions, right?
Yeah, it should be an action. Yeah, it's even there.
Yeah, but this is gonna be a def action, right? It's on line 44. This will be a def action then, Marinho.
No, because there are two things. There's performing the action and there's checking if you can perform the action. We're implementing the second one first.
Yeah, so we're checking if you can make it. Where should that live? Mageta said
so a Chii is if you can complete a sequence.
Yeah.
And you can only do that with the player on your anti-clockwise position. Actually, sorry, your clockwise.
Clockwise. Thank you.
It's because the game flows anti-clockwise, right?
Yes. Our previous is anti-clockwise though. The notion of
so
previous
our previous player is the
one on the left.
Is discarding it, right?
Yeah, the guy just discarded, and then we are checking if you can click on the button.
By the way, I played some games online and like from some consoles that they don't do the check for you.
You can click and then it just fails?
You can click and then you declare that you get the piece and then you gain a trombo, which is like a penalty.
Oh, you can oh, I didn't know that. If you make
for example, you can declare Richie without being in Tempai. That is a ready hand, right? So like not having one to go. So I did this on the tournament, by the way, and I got a penalty. Because it's not automated, right? So
wait, but is that a thing? Should we do that?
I don't think so, no. Most clients, they just implement this to ease of use, right?
Okay, but where should this live? Mageta said that it's not a Yaku, right? So where should this live then?
It's an action, right? But the check, right?
Yeah, the check.
Don't we have like a file like... Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of...
This should probably be in action together with the actual actions, probably.
Why don't we make a submodule inside of there? Can we do that in LFA?
No, you can't.
There's no nested modules on the beam, and LFE is very transparent about that.
Yeah.
That's cringe.
Yeah, we tried.
Well, then just make a function then.
No, but are we gonna keep in the Yaku? What is the semantics
of
Yaku? I'm
action.
Lost on that.
Yaku are conditions... conditions for victory.
They're basically like you need at least one Yaku to actually win the game.
Chii is not a Yaku.
No.
Chii is not a Yaku. Chii
That
is an
okay.
action.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go. So wait, but I think
I
we have a
think you
lot of
got
useful.
confused because Richie is a Yaku
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it is an action.
yeah, exactly. But there's a problem, Marin. We have a lot of useful like auxiliary functions in the Yaku module, man. So are we gonna
We
move them as well, or just gonna keep them in here?
count pairs, blah blah blah. Remaining sequence,
We're gonna
remaining
need
triplet.
some of these functions to do this math because we need to do a fold over the discard pile of the previous player, add that to our hand, and check if we have a sequence.
Why do we need a fold? It's literally just the last tile, which is the first in the list.
Oh, it's only the one on the top, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so just grab the first, put it in our hand, and call. There is a function in here, I know that for sure, that does this check that you can, if you can, you have, if you have a sequence or not.
Um,
Somewhere in here.
we can do get sequence actually.
I don't. What is the tile doing there?
That's the tile you're going to consider making a sequence with. Although, yeah, there's a problem because this assumes this is the first tile in the sequence, right?
Yeah, I think we should just do it like add the discard pile, add the discard tile to our hand, and then just iterate over it. It's just 14 times, right?
No, it's just add the tile to the hand and then call get sequence 1, 2, 3 times, basically.
Why just 3 times?
Because you need to check if the tile that the person discarded is the final tile in a sequence, if it's the middle one or if it's the first one. Those are the only 3 cases.
That is true. That is very true. Okay.
How do you know that's true, Lemons?
Well, because according to the documentation here, a
Don't
Chii
try to answer
is.
my stupid question,
Okay.
please.
No, I thought you were testing me. Cool. So let's just do it.
Before that, let's make one small adjustment. Instead of grabbing the entire discard pile, um, let's just take the last tile, actually. That's probably better. Oops, let's put the car here,
Yeah, I
in
was about to
fact.
say. What are you doing there? Okay. Okay. So let's go to the. Oh, you need to change that as well. Go back to the previous thing. This is not. This doesn't live in Yaku anymore. This lives in game. No, not game. Actions actually. Actions. There we go. So
Oops.
now let's go there and let's implement this thing. So this is not the previous discard. Well, this is the immediate previous discard, I guess.
Let um, and this is a 13 tile hand. Oh wow, it could be less if there's open hands, right? This is the closed hand, in fact. So we do. Let's just settle the hand. Call, mset, add, hand, previous discard.
Yeah, pretty much. But then how are you gonna pick the tiles to call the three get sequences? That's kind of my question now. Like, how do we
Well,
know
first
that you have in your hand the one that goes like
we
with the
just call it. We just call get sequence that returns. It returns either a multiset with just the 3 tiles that make up the sequence, or it returns an empty multiset.
Okay, let's just go. I will understand my questions later. Because I still don't know how you're gonna call this 3 times. Let's go.
Um, okay, first of all, I need to actually check. Um, that the previous discard is actually legal to make a sequence with, because it could be a dragon or whatever, right?
Yeah, we have functions for that. It's
It's
inside
in
tiles.
tiles plural.
Yeah, there we go. Now we only have one for numbers, so you can make other ones for dragons and stuff.
Actually, this is what we care about, right? You need a numbered tile to
Make a sequence.
put it in a sequence, yeah.
Cool. Let's go. So
Um,
you do, yeah, you can do that before the let. So if, well, and
tiles number question mark previous discard.
yep, that's very cool. What's next?
Um, well, we know this is a number, but we don't know the suit yet, so we actually need to do that. Do we have the tile here? We don't. Include lib tile.lfe.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do this because we need to construct. Actually, we also need the. We also need this. Man, we can't use any syntax sugar for pattern matching here, can we?
Uh, well, if it's a tuple, I
Record.
think we should be able to.
No, I mean like because this is a record, which means we're kind of treating it as associative, even though it's positional, right? But there's no sugar for doing associative pattern matching on records, unfortunately, I don't think.
I'm looking at the docs.
Docs, source code.
No. I'm actually reading the guide here. That's actually true. Um,
Hmm.
yep. No. We just have the generated functions for to get
He'll be right back.
fields of the record. Sorry, Magetta.
You
Just
said
go home.
this.
I'll just go eat something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, def action, blah blah blah.
What are you looking for?
I forget. How do you get? Oh, here. Yeah, tile suit and tile, well, spec in this
Yeah.
case,
That's
right?
the. Yeah, that this is a generated function.
Tile spec of the previous discard. Tile suit of the previous discard. Um, and then we say, um, okay, we need to generate a sequence from the spec -2 up to the spec, but we need to cut out any zeros and -1s.
Sure.
Do we have an easy way to do that? I don't think so.
I also don't think so.
Erlang. Let's open the docs. Documentation. Erlang OTP. This should be in lists, probably. Module index. There we go. Where is lists? List processing functions. Oh, any append. Enumerate. Yeah, that's not what I want.
What are you searching for?
I'm looking for something like range enclosure. that generates lists of numbers in ascending order.
I think we already tried that before. I'm pretty sure we had this problem before.
Mm,
Oh, there is a function. It's called sec.
from, to, and increment. Okay. Returns a sequence of integers that starts with from and contains the successive results of adding incr, which by default is 1 if you use the 2-argument version, until 2 is reached or passed, and if it's passed, it's not an element of the sequence, but that's fine. So like lists seek from max of, let's assume the number is 2 for the sake of argument, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this would be 2 minus 2, which is going to be 0, and 1, up to 2. And that's exactly right. If it's 1 here, oops, not this one, this one. If it's 1, our parameter, that's just 1. And if it's 5, that's 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's exactly what we want, in fact.
Cool.
So,
You need to make.
candidates.
You probably need to make this a let star, by the way.
I probably need the let star. Um, yeah, I do actually. I kinda do.
No, I thought of making the let above let star, but okay.
Mm, actually, probably we don't need anything else after this. But let's see.
Yeah, I was suggesting
Candidates
making the let above let star.
lists sequence. I mean, we could, I guess.
So it's least sequence, and then you do max, which I'm also assuming it exists, and it does. Cool.
Max of
Minus. Well,
minus spec 2 and spec
yep. And now you're gonna iterate over the candidates using the get sequence function, right?
using the get sequence function. Yes,
Okay.
basically.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do a fold, or you're gonna do a. I think a fold is better, but that's fine. And then the folding function should be mset plus, right? I don't remember. Does the get sequence returns an mset or a list?
Uh, it returns an M set, but we kinda don't care actually if there are two. I mean,
Two or more available cheese. I agree, but I thought of that we fold over it, and then the final check is if it's empty or not. If it's empty, you can do a Chii. If it's not empty, you cannot. Well, the opposite. Sorry.
that's yeah,
If
it's
you
the opposite.
Yeah, if it's empty, you cannot do a Chii. If it is not empty, then you can do a Chii. We don't care about which one of the available M sets you can do. We don't care about that.
Mm, yeah, that works. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, actually, this doesn't need to be a let star then, because I can just use this as the argument of the fold.
Sure. Then it
This can
comes the
go away.
lambda, and then it comes the empty map.
Lambda, and then map.
So the accumulator comes first, right?
No, it's backwards. The accumulator comes afterwards for some reason.
Okay, so it's whatever ACC, and then spec.
Which we know is a number, right?
Yeah,
Call
you need to create a tile though. Don't forget about that.
call mset plus. We do actually. Let I don't know. Let's just call it tile. The
And then
tile
tile,
is
tile, and suit and
record
spec,
tile. The suit
and the n.
is suit, and the spec is n.
And then you do mset plus with ACC, and you get the output of the get function from the Yaku module. Get sequence, sorry. ACC here. Yaku, column,
Yaku
get sequence,
get sequence.
hand, and tile. There we go. And then the entire fold, we need to do an isEmpty on it, which I'm assuming the maps from Erlang has it, because otherwise this is a joke language. And the answer is,
Well, we could also just do
well, they don't. So you must use size.
maps.
Size, yeah, it's size, man. Size equals 0.
Well, size is not 0, in fact.
Size is not 0. That's my bad. My bad.
Okay, and then we do maps size. Then we do. How do I do this? It's like this, right? No, it isn't.
I think we're gonna have to do a not externally. They don't have not equals from closure, right? Unfortunately. Not.
You might.
Oh, they do from closure. Okay. They do. That's amusing.
Not equals 0.
Yeah. We could probably improve this by using some threading macros.
Um,
Yeah, we definitely should. Start. I would start with a thread first.
nah, we can do. Um,
You start by the
spec
sequence.
lists sequence max minus spec 2,
Then you go to the fold.
and actually 1 here. I forgot the 1. Then we do. Yeah, we can just delete this, right? And grab the fold from here.
Mm-hmm.
This can go here.
And then the map size on it. And then the not.
Maps size.
Way better.
And it's non-zero. There we go.
Okay. So now we have a problem. To test this, we need to also control not only your hand, but also the discard pile of the previous folk. That
I
sounds
mean,
annoying.
um, single state is unbound
33.
in game. State. We actually don't have the state here.
It's because it's the... Whoa, actually that's very true. No, no,
Oops.
no, wait a moment. Go back, go back. Yeah, thank you. Scroll up a little bit. We can pass the state to it on line 17, right? Extractive self can receive the state from line 20. And then available actions needs to receive another argument. Which is a little bit annoying. Because there is redundant information in here now. The state contains the player, and we have the player number. So we could do a get in from the state using the player number on it. But that's also a little bit sucky because line 15 exists, so you also already have the player available. I don't have a strong opinion, just redundant. There is redundant information being passed around.
Actually, if we do extractive self, but that's operating on the players.
Let's keep it like this. We can think of a better solution later.
Tmap. If we're passing the states, we actually don't need to do the tmap at all.
That is true. Well, we're going to iterate over them anyway. Doesn't matter if it's going to be here or somewhere else. We're going to have to iterate over them. Because in one of them, we are not redacting anything and calculating the available actions. And in the other one, we are redacting. We are removing keys from the map. This tmap needs to be done somewhere.
Yeah. I'm not a fan, but we can keep it as it is for now.
Run the
Okay,
server.
now we have this. Yeah, now we have the state. So
Oh,
end turn is
end turn
unused.
is not. It's because you renamed the function. Oh, and you removed it from being used.
Let's export it for now. End turn 1. And
Chii
Chii
is
is
unused.
unused. Because we need to export it, actually, right?
Yep. You need to export it.
Chii, question mark, 2 arguments. There we go.
Okay, but now how are we gonna test this thing? It's annoying as fuck.
I mean, we can just do Chii, question mark, map, um,
Use 7 pairs. Like manipulate 7 pairs. I think that's easier than creating one from scratch in here.
hands, 7 pairs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change it a little bit.
Why?
Oh, because this is not prepared for a Chii, right?
No, we need to pass another argument, which is the extra tile, which is it can be any. It can be basically any tile that we have 7 pairs of.
Which is all the bamboos.
Hands. Yeah, because if you pass a 1, you have a 2 and a 3, blah, 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 all the way to 7. And you can also pass an 8, and that should work as well. Let's do that actually. Tuple, tile, bamboo, 8. And I need to qualify this.
Damn. Undefined
Undefined
function.
function. I think that's actually not exported.
Probably. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this module was not thought to be reused by someone else aside from the full flush 7 pairs Ricci call Ricci. You need to restart on that.
Yeah, let's copy this and let's do init start. True. And if we
Make
pass a
an
9, this should be
example. Yeah.
false.
Okay,
But
there's
that's
something
true.
fucked. There's something wrong with our get
But
sequence function.
I know why. I know why.
Go
It's
for it.
because...
It's because oh, you
Actually,
don't
no, this
need.
shouldn't work.
No, you do the. We don't need to do the check of the numbers though. The get sequence already does on line 14. We thought about it. We don't need to do that check on the Chii function.
That's fair.
Well,
Oh, but we need to
we
do the check because we're doing some math on the spec here, and that's gonna fail if it's a symbol.
that's true. Anyway, so what's wrong?
Um, 7 is going
Actually,
to be the lowest number that it
let's do
tries.
something else in the REPL. Call the get sequence on the REPL instead of the Chii, because then we can be sure that what's wrong it's the get sequence.
Uh, I think I know the problem actually. Get sequence actually treats the hands uniformly, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean by uniformly?
Like it doesn't actually. It just takes a hand. It doesn't care about the fact that. Actually, but that shouldn't matter though.
I don't understand the point still.
What is the debate about?
Well, we are trying the REPL to see if our Chii function works, and it doesn't. And then Marinho is having ideas on why it's wrong, but when he's about to tell me, he doesn't. So that's the
Is
problem.
he having ideas or hallucinations?
Um,
Let me see. Uh, oh, that's not the function.
No, but the get sequence is the heart of the function.
I can show the other one at the same time.
That function is old, no? I think we didn't we do that like way before?
Yeah, we did when we were making the Ricci, and we're just
Man, I hate
reusing
the
it in here.
fact. Just a comment. I hate the fact Bene hosted our projects on the trash can that uses a AGPL license. That is so evil, man.
No, we
Such
can
a
change
shit.
the license.
But yeah, but I'm just like it's just based and funny, right? And it's the most
Can we call the get
evil.
sequence on the REPL, Marinho, just for us to test that it actually behaves like this is the problem? Hand 7 pairs, and then pass the bamboo 9.
7 pairs. Tuple.
Does
Tile.
that work? Don't you need to make a record?
But this is a record.
Oh, I guess that's just the same. Go. Oh,
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't it
totally
doesn't
wrong.
validate that it's oh, but that doesn't make any sense. Why this function is not useful then? Why does it need the hand if it's going to create shit out of nowhere? Mm. Ah, because we are doing the minus the m set minus there. Ah.
We're doing the MSAT minus. Oh, but that means that.
Yeah, but I still don't understand why we required the person to give us the hand as an argument. What's the usefulness of that if you're gonna create shit that doesn't work anyway?
No, 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 no. I see the problem. We just need to do. Okay, here's what we do. We do the minus, and then we check if the hand stays the same. If it does, that means we do not have a Chii.
That works.
Call mset minus
Hand.
hand, and then we check if it's different from the hand.
Don't forget the closure. There we go. Let's go. Good catch, money.
Init restart.
And now we can try the two examples, the one that should work and the one that should not.
Okay, this is
Bad map merge with. That's
Oh, that's
that's
because I didn't get rid of this.
okay, that actually makes sense.
Init restart. And if we try this another time,
This should be true, right?
this is
Yeah, but
true.
if you
And if we
change to
replace this with
9,
9, this is false.
false. We have Chii. Behold, Chii. We need to plug it into the action system now. That's what we gotta do. Right?
Um, there's a slight problem.
Go for it.
If you have multiple possible sequences from the tile that the person discarded, then you should be able to pick between them.
Um, I have I have a proposal then. We do this availability on the def action. We're gonna have to think how we're gonna do that. But this function, the Chii function, it should return to the action. What are the available ones, right? Because at this moment we do have this information.
Hmm, we kinda do. We kinda do. That means actually, yeah, this is not gonna be a predicate at all.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a predicate. This should return either an empty map or a map of the available cheese that you can do.
Uh, okay, can we agree that we're going to identify our sequences by the first tile? Because we're kind of already doing that, right?
I don't know does the game does, Mageta?
Ask the question again.
If you have multiple available Chii options,
Yeah.
how does the game treat that scenario?
It's the leftmost player. So it's well, you don't have multiple Chi options. It's always just one. But in the
What?
case of Pong,
No. That's yeah, that's probably not phrased the best way. If the tile that the person discarded can go into more than one sequence, you can pick between them when you do a
oh
chi,
yes,
right?
yes, you can choose. Yes.
Yeah, but how is that displayed to you?
They
From
just highlight the pieces
no,
that will complete the
but they
meld.
highlight the first piece of each one of the
No, no,
options of the
no, no, no.
Chii.
Just because we're going to identify a sequence by the first piece, that does not mean we highlight the first piece. We can do
Yeah, you
whatever
highlight
we want for the display.
yes, you highlight all of the ones that would be required to complete the meld, right?
So
So
if you have two
let's say
options, you're gonna
you have
highlight.
one, two, and somebody's discarding three on the left. Then you
By
highlight
the way,
one and
by the
two.
way, by the way, I just remembered something that's going to complicate our data model.
No, stop there, Marinho. Mageta, if I have a 1, 2, a 4, and a 5, and the guy on my
Yeah.
left discards a 3, all four
Then
pieces highlight.
yes.
That's fine. Thank you, Mageta. Now, ruin my day, Marinho. Go.
There are like three tiles that are normal tiles, like they are just, well, tiles as usual, but they are different because they are red.
Yes, that is true. But why would that matter now?
Well, it will matter later because that gets involved with some specific yakus, and you need to be able to choose or not choose those
Yeah,
tiles in particular.
yeah, we need to paint, put like a dot marker, right, on the five of each suit. But
Yeah,
only one each, right?
yeah, but this is a future Yaku, so that doesn't need
And
to be done
I
right now.
think we should not be concerned that we even have the Dora to model, which is doesn't interfere on Yakus, but it does count Hun. And Yakus increment the Hun. So when we do that, I think we can worry with this.
Yeah, let's keep it as simple as possible for now, Marinho. So this function should not be called Chii question mark. This should be called calculate cheese or something like that.
T options.
Chii options.
Yep,
That's fine.
that's good.
And we need to return from this function either an empty map or the map with the available cheese. That's what we're gonna do.
Uh,
Maybe available cheese. Well, Chii options is fine as well. Yeah, the and there is gonna fuck us over, so you should already change that.
Um,
There should be an if surrounding the and. Yeah. No, this it
it,
should keep. We should keep it as a. Well, actually, that's better. And then we need to do something about the because the minus is not doing now what we need. Like this trick that you did is just like the best if we want to compare, right?
we can do this. Oh, but we're removing.
Yeah, that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah, actually, this needs to go backwards. It needs to go backwards. So actually,
No, but
there we
isn't this
go.
returning to us the pieces that are remaining from the minus?
Yeah, no, check it out. We do all this. We remove these things from the hand, which gives us. Okay, this is gonna give us a smaller hand.
Ah, you're doing. I see what you're doing. This minus internal minus is returning the reminiscent, and then you're doing the minus on top to get back the other thing. I see.
Yeah,
I see. I see. I see. I see.
basically. Although there's one potential problem here.
Go for it.
We're grabbing the sequence and we're building. Yeah, we're building an M set where.
Wait a moment. I just noticed that if we have to tell the player what the available things like to highlight the pieces, that also changes serialization. It can't be just a series of atoms anymore. Fuck me. But okay.
But an atom is just an XML element with
No.
nothing
Yes,
inside
but
of
that
it. We
means
can
that
add stuff.
we're gonna have to care about which atom it is on the serialization layer.
Do we?
Yeah. Or we make a convention. Well, like if you are just empty, we just put you as an atom. If you're not empty, you we put you as content. We can do that convention as well. What do you wanna do?
Um,
What's the problem? Actually, you didn't share the problem.
okay, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to. Yeah, instead of doing hand minus whatever, let's just do. Actually, this is not quite what I
What is the
want
problem,
either.
buddy?
Okay, here's the problem. I want to be able to like not bother doing the minus with the hand because we're basically doing get sequence on the hand multiple times, which means this is going to duplicate subtiles, and we don't want that.
Yeah,
right?
we are doing get hand multiple times, and this is
We're doing get
duplicating
sequence
tile.
with the hand multiple times, right?
Oh, you mean that like if a particular tile participates in more than one sequence?
Yeah.
Sure.
And we don't want that. So here's what I'm thinking. We need... Yeah, let's do something like this. Defun, mset, normalize. And this takes an mset. And it basically just do this. Merge with, and then maps filter. Yeah, maps filter, mset. Do we have number? Question mark.
That's not gonna work.
It's is number, right?
Probably.
Okay. Um, and is number v
Wait, but how are you gonna solve this problem of not duplicating it?
mset normalize. Then we export that. Basically, I'm going to normalize. I'm going to...
That's not a zero function. Go back.
Oh, right, it's a one function. I'm going to do this. And this is going to remove the zeros that were annoying us, that led us to do the minus in the first place, right?
Ah, because get
Uh,
sequence also creates artificial nonsense.
yeah, well, it does in this case because we're using the same hand repeatedly here, right?
Yeah, get sequence was made thinking that we're shrinking the hand, right?
Yes. So we do normalize, which means all the zeros will be gone, which means actually it's probably easier to just init restart. Symbol n is unbound
Collection. It's
online
on a new
6
function.
collections.
Yeah, it's definitely on the new function.
Is number, it's
Probably
not
V.
n, it's actually, yeah, v is n. There we go. T2 is undefined because we renamed it. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
that's gonna break the other
Options.
place.
T,
It's in
T,
game.
question mark.
This is also not gonna work, but will let us go to the repo.
Yeah, let's just go here. Then what we want is T, there we go. We're gonna copy this and we're going to edit this a little bit because this is now T options and this can go away. Oops. Yeah. Error, undefined function. Why?
Wait a moment. Did you export two options on the top? Yeah.
Yeah, it's here.
Kill the repo and go again. Maybe the restart is fucked up.
Oops.
That is wrong.
Um, T options.
Yeah.
Let's put this down here.
Yeah, now it did something.
Yeah, if we do 5 here, 3, 4,
We
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, basically we need to grab all of the keys that are smaller than or equal to
wait a moment.
this
I
one.
don't understand what the fuck is happening there. Why do we have 6 bamboo 5s?
Why do we have 6 bamboo 5s? That's a
That is
good
wrong,
question.
right? Am I understanding things correctly? This is very wrong. The duplication process is still going on in here.
Let's see.
Ah, I know why. Because you can make 3, 4, 5 with 5, with the extra 5 that you're receiving. You can make a 4, 5, 6, and you can make a 5, 6, 7, and the MSET plus is duplicating the things. So it's like accumulating them as we go.
Why do we have 2 3s and 2 7s then?
The 2 3s is because 7 pairs already have 2 3s. The 2
But
7s is the same argument.
that's not how get sequence is supposed to work.
Yeah, I agree.
Get sequence. Oh wait, I think I know why actually. If we go to yeah, the fun get sequence. Um yeah, no, this is actually trying to remove as many options as you can, in fact. So yeah, no, that actually checks out. Because like you already have 2 5s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you add another one, you have another. But you still be limited. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You still be limited by the other tile, so it doesn't matter that you have 3 now. But like you have 2 possible sequences of 3, 4, 5 because you have 2 3s and 2 4s, and you have 3 5s, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. We need to deduplicate them.
Yeah, no, we just need to grab these 3 tiles basically.
No, no, no. That's also not true, right? Because we all of these tiles should be available somewhere because you can make a 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6,
I don't know. The
5, 6, 7.
logic. Yeah, no, the logic here is we need to grab hmm.
I think the problem is that we should not do an MSET plus. We should probably do something else. I think instead of a map on 55, we should do a list. And we should do a cons instead of an MSET plus.
That's probably better actually. Chii. Okay, we do a get sequence.
Yeah, just cons instead of map on 55, and then instead of MSET plus, we cons.
We do a get sequence. Then we do mset all mset normalize here.
This gives us
Actually
the
here.
yeah. This will
Yeah.
give us a Chii option.
Chii option.
Then we cons the accumulator with the Chii option.
Not quite. First of all, we cannot grab the maximum. And secondly, we must eliminate this option if it's empty.
I don't follow at all.
Because like get sequence can give us an mset that's not normalized because it has zeros in it. But a normalize is going to remove the keys that are 0, right?
Sure.
So this will be empty if you cannot, in fact, make a sequence. But if you can, get sequence can actually give you like a value higher than 1 here. Because you may have duplicated tiles in your hands, right?
That is true.
So what we need to do is we check if the Chii option is empty.
Wait a
If it
moment.
is, we don't.
Can't we just make them tuples then? Like, how should I say this? this will always return a map of 3 keys if it's not empty, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Then we don't care about the quantity. We are just counting that triplet as it is, right?
Yeah.
So we should just be able to get the keys, and there is maps keys function, and we make a tuple out of that. So we're gonna have a list of tuples in the end. Isn't that enough? Because I think the quantity is
Uh,
making our lives miserable.
okay, this is not a map, this is a list. If the Chii option is empty, we just return the accumulator, we don't do anything. Otherwise, we cons the tile to the accumulator. There we go.
The tile to the accumulator. The tile to the accumulator. Ah, I see what you're doing. You're using the tile that we are using as the candidate to start the process instead of using the things inside the Chii option. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, let's test this.
Yeah, and this
Wait,
returns
wait. This will not work because
only
yeah,
this.
that and because of 60. We're returning 2 data
Yeah,
structures.
this needs to be list as
Yeah.
well.
Cool. Let's go.
Um,
Very cool.
function equals is undefined. Of course it is.
I don't
It's double
remember.
equals for some
It's double
reason.
equals. Cool.
Oops. REPL, and then Chii options. That's the sequence beginning at 6. If we do 5,
Yeah, we should have more.
there we go. And
No,
of
but
course it's
but this is not doing what Magetta said. This is doing what you said, which is that's highlighting the first ones from the triplet of the sequence, sorry.
no,
What
no, 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 no.
Magetta
You are
said,
mix. No, no. You are mixing up display with how we're representing the sequence that we're going to pick from the hand, right?
no. I'm not mixing those two things, but go on.
You are, because if we say, okay, I want the sequence beginning at 3, that implies it's a 3, 4, 5, which means we have to highlight those 3 tiles.
Oh, you want to do that logic on the client side.
That's just display logic, Lemos. It's tangentially related to how we represent. Actually, it has nothing to do with how we choose to identify a sequence.
No, I agree on that. But it is adding more logic to the client. Like now it needs to do this math of like pick the spec and then +1 and +2 on it. Now, if we settle on like the client has this agreement, that's fine to me. That's fine. Put a bamboo 9 in there. It should
That
return an empty list.
shouldn't. Yeah, it should return an empty list. And it does.
Okay, now let's plug this Chii options function to finish today. Let's plug this Chii options function to an action, which will involve a def action macro. So I would copy the discard macro, the discard action, and just change it to our thing. So the first thing that we need to do, yeah, so this is should be called Chii. Yeah. This is the error message if you're trying to do something that you should not be able to do in your turn.
Cannot. Um,
Cannot
cannot
run
perform a
perform
Chii.
Chii. Yeah. So let's see what you're doing. You're grabbing the hand. Um, we
We need the previous player here, actually.
we need the previous player here. That
Actually, let's do this here. Previous player.
yeah, we have this function in the game module. Previous player. So just call previous player in here.
Okay, let's do. Okay, we have the current hand. Then we need the.
Wait, wait. This is what will be called when you click on the highlighting pieces that we are making it available on the front end. So we already know from a fact that this is possible to be done. We don't need to recheck it, right? We're doing redundant
Mm,
information here. We need to
do we
receive.
need to
We
do
need
we
to
need to
receive.
recheck this?
No.
Actually, we do.
Why?
Because the decider is going to receive a message saying, okay, I want to perform a Chii discarding these 3 tiles or whatever, right?
Well, not necessarily. The front end can just send the first one, like I don't know, 5, and then we can do the math here.
It can, but that's going. If we do it like this now, that's going to make our lives harder later
Why?
because fives can be read.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
By the way, there is a special Yaku that is very powerful called All Green, which is just all the pieces that are only green because some pieces have green and red, right?
Mm.
So we need to track colors as well in the
Ugh.
future.
Okay. What's your suggestion, Marie?
Um, what's my suggestion? Let's say that the front end needs to send 2 tiles when it performs a T instead of just because you know that one of the tiles is going to be the discard from the previous player, right? That's fixed. It's always going
Mm-hmm.
to be. That's not something that you can choose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, then you say, okay, I want to use these other 2 tiles from my hand to do this. We need to check if that's actually a sequence, and if it is, we just make the meld.
Okay. So let's do that.
Uh, right. This takes a stage, player, and tile. I forget. How are we actually passing? I know this is a map, but
Go to game.lfe.
game LFE. It's
Down
down here,
there.
right?
There we go. So look at
Decider.
discard,
There we
for
go.
example. Yeah, we do discard, and we just include the parameters as the name state. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, you're just putting the state inside of the parameters. The state of the decider, which is the game. Because the parameters are coming from outside.
Right. So the parameters in this case, the tiles are going to come from outside. So we need to check, are those child tiles both in my hand, and do they form a sequence with the discard from the previous player? And if yes, we actually perform the Chi. Actually, it needs to be your turn as well, right?
No,
If
the
those
turn the
conditions
turn
are all
check is already
true,
being checked by the macro.
the turn check is already. We're gonna have
Being
to
done
tweak
by
that
the macro.
later, won't we? Because of the freaking pawn.
By the way, there's priorities as well between Pon,
Man,
Chi, Kun, and Rom,
what the
right?
fuck is this game, man? The
It's like
fuck?
poker, Lemons. It's like poker.
No, what the
No,
fuck?
it's
Who
Poker is
said
like a.
that?
simpler. Poker is way
You said that.
simpler.
No, no, it's like an unholy mix of poker and Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, man. Like there's way more rules. Like the
I
only
remember
go
I
on.
remember you saying, "Oh, it's like poker.
No,
It should
it
be
was
easy."
like poker, but then you guys are introducing things now that is deviating from the poker analogy.
With things that totally sound made up, right?
Oh, yeah, it's like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh, basically.
Oh
Yeah, made
yes.
up things. Made up things. Okay, anyway, so the tiles that you're gonna be receiving, they come from the parameters. We can just reuse those, like it doesn't, they don't come from the state, right? So you can just put whatever
Right.
you want in there.
Just say tiles here, and
No, but
Okay.
what is that though? Is that like a tuple or a list?
Um, let's say it's a two tuple because well, it's always going to be a two. The player always has to pick two tiles from the hand to use in
I'm
a
gonna have
Chii,
to
right?
remember that when deserializing. But okay, go on.
Actually, it's probably easier to just make it a list. Okay, so hmm.
What a fucking cursed game.
It's fun.
I believe you, but like all of these rules and there's so many variables.
You would like to believe that's different. You would want it to be the case.
What's your question, Marin?
Uh, we can pattern match like this, right? But then,
No man, just call
oh,
list to tuple. Just call list to tuple and convert the list to a tuple. That's fine.
but that doesn't solve the problem.
What
The
is the
problem
problem?
is if we throw an exception, are we handling that in def action?
No. Actually, you
We
can't
are.
throw an exception. You can only call the error function.
Uh, yeah, that's not great actually.
What do you mean? The error function is better than an exception. The
No, no, no,
decider
it's
knows
not
how to
great.
handle
No,
it.
no, no. That's not great because if I just do this, right, um, tile 1 and tile 2, this can now throw an exception actually if the list is shorter than 2 tiles.
No, you should check it. We should not do the pattern matching before checking it. This should be done before the let even.
But if you're checking, what's the point of the pattern matching at this point?
Because the pattern matching, if it matches something that is not this, it will throw an exception and kill the server. It will kill the game. If you check it before and handle it gracefully, then we can send an error message to the front end to inform people what's going on.
Let it crash, Lemos.
No, that's fine. I understand the philosophy, but you just said yourself, this will throw an exception if you do the pattern matching and it's non-exhaustive.
Well, if it cannot unify, right?
Yeah, if you cannot unify. So I would check it before the let, but that's on you.
Ugh, okay, let's just do it. If um,
That's why I wanted to make it a tuple, because then in the deserializer we can just error in there. We're not even gonna reach here to begin with.
oh right, there's a pass between reading the XML and actually calling the decider, right? We
Exactly.
can, okay, we can do
Exactly.
all kinds of stuff there. In that
Yeah.
case,
This can just be a tuple and fuck it.
okay, there we go.
That's up to the
Problem solved.
deserializer to figure out how to make it.
Okay, so we have the two tiles. We have the current hand and the previous discard pile.
Yeah, but instead of
And
current
this
hand,
is
current player, you need to call the previous player function. That lives inside the game
previous.
module, by the way.
Um, okay. Game, previous player. Let's do it like this actually. Right, so current player hand, previous discard is
Yeah, this is
this.
just the path to use the getIns, by the way. This is not the data. This is just a list of atoms.
Then
Then we get the hand from the state now, using that list of thingies. And then we need to
getting
do the
states
same thing.
current hand.
Yeah, we need to do the same thing with the discard pile now.
Do we?
Yeah, we need to grab it, right? And we need
We
to
do.
grab it the one on the top, the first.
Discard is get in
State, previous discard.
State, previous discard.
But we need to grab. We need to grab the one on the
We
top.
shouldn't do that yet because
Because.
because we actually need the tail of that list.
Wait a moment. We don't need the discard, right? We already have the tile that he select that is coming from the discard pile. It's tile true. We don't need to do any of this.
No. There are two tiles that you need to pick from your hand, and there's a third one that's from the discard.
Oh, those two are from your hand. Okay. Okay.
Uh, okay, so assuming that the Chii is valid, then in that case, we need to do update in current hand mset minus map tile 1 1 tile 2 1
Yeah.
and car of the discard 1.
Sure. Sure.
Actually, no, we shouldn't do this.
Let's call this a
This can...
Chii. This is too long. But let's call this entire map with ones as a separate binding in the let.
Getting, updating previous discard, and this will be the coder of the discard. And then we actually need to do something new here. We actually need to do... We need to add to the open hand. We need to add call update in.
Wait a moment. When you do a Chii, you actually are discarding the 3 pieces?
No, you are taking the 2 tiles that you chose from your hand and the discards from the previous player and making a meld.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
That means those 3 tiles are now part of your hand, but they are open. And
Oh.
the open hand is separate from the closed hand.
What is the difference between the hand that is classified as closed and the one that is classified as open?
The other players can see what's open.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, this is open hand actually, right?
Oh, there's a problem. Go to... Oh man, we're gonna have to serial. Okay. There's a whole batch of things that needs to be done now. Okay.
Why?
Because we need to make open hand public information. I don't remember
But
if it already is.
it should be. Uh, yeah, it is.
Ah, thank God. Okay. We remembered.
Updating current open hand.
Mm.
Cons map. Now we actually take the car of the discard.
Yeah, this should be a separate binding. This is too long already.
Open hand. The problem is that these are different lemmas.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the second being a separate binding.
Oh, we can do that. Meld is um, this.
Okay.
We close
And
the
yeah,
meld into the open hand, and then
yeah, this was for the from the discard. This if on 77 we may not need it.
yeah, but we need to do several checks here actually. First of all,
Do we
if
have a font in LFE? Let me check. I actually haven't checked.
we do,
Okay, nice.
Okay, if call m um, we made a safe version of get, right?
For msets, yes. No, for maps, yes.
Yeah, mref safe.
So what are the checks you want to do now?
We need to check if the two tiles that you picked are actually in your hand. Then we need to check if those two tiles together with the discard, the card of the discard, form a sequence.
Sure.
And that's it actually.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
mref
mref safe.
safe, um, hand, and tile 1.
Yeah, but you need to make this a predicate, right? This returns a tuple always. That's gonna suck ass, man.
I guess we can put these here, these two, right? That's not great actually. Um,
Yeah. This is the this is the very case of like if you do a cond, it's terrible. But if you do a case, it's not gonna cover everything because some of them are predicates. Some of the checks.
let's just do a case.
Classic problem.
Okay, if
Oh wait, we can no. We can combine them. We can do the trick that we do in Okama all the time. We can make this a tuple, and then we can do the pattern matching on both tuples at the same time. With the two MRF
that works,
safes on the two thingies, yeah, on the two tiles.
sure that works. Double.
Yeah, then we need to pattern match on the two OKs.
Okay, if okay, and we don't care about this, and
Then we
also
go to the
okay.
yeah. This body is gonna be the body that checks the Chii. So just put something for us to remember. Let's do the other cases because in the other cases we need to dispatch error messages.
Um, yeah, if we have two okays, then perform T.
Yeah.
If we don't have two okays, then
Then we have three other cases. One of them is there and the other is not. The other way around, and both are absent.
hmm. Uh, in that case, actually, let's make this a list because then um
That's very weird. Why? What's the benefit of making those a list?
um because then we can just say tiles. Wait, but that's the same as what we have up there. Hmm.
No, but okay, you can say tiles then.
Let's call in tile checks because that's kind of what they are, right? In
Sure.
that case, then
Do you want to do a for each in here?
game error state player, and then we need to make a string for the error message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do a filter and a map, kinda, to say, okay, these tiles are not in your hand, and then we just splice that into the error message, basically. Um,
Sure. That sounds a little bit annoying, but sure. So you want to do a fold with the accumulator being an empty string or something like that.
Not quite. Fold L.
Lists, fold
Um,
L.
lists fold L. The accumulator is going to be strings are lists. Oh, that's terrible. That's just terrible. Let's do a fold right instead.
Wait, why?
Because
Because?
actually, does that help?
No.
It doesn't.
No. No.
It does not.
No,
Why?
it doesn't. There's no way around. We need to compute the error message. Like, there's no way around this, man.
Okay, here's a question. Are we actually sending specifically a string here?
I have
Game
no idea.
error.
Oh yeah, we are.
Tuple error and then message here.
And this is being sent to the SSC. So the SSC needs to have a string or a byte string.
Tuple error and then message. But SSC. This eventually ends up here, right?
Yeah, it goes to 26.
Serialize event error. That's a good question, actually. That's a very good question. Do we?
I only remember from the docs that it needs to be a string or a byte string.
XML serialize event. Let's say error here, and let's say map whatever message. Let's do list. This is an IO list.
This is not gonna work, I think. No, let's go. You're missing a parenthesis there, yeah.
And we need the... No, that's it actually. Yeah, no, this actually works.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in business then. In that
We are in
case,
business.
in that case, actions. In that case, actually, we can just do a filter here, no?
No, because we need to put
Cons.
something in the message. We're not gonna only send the tiles, right?
Uh, tiles
Missing.
not in hand.
Tiles missing is shorter, but okay.
Okay, tiles missing.
So then we make. We should make format functions for the tiles. We don't have them.
That's kind of sad actually.
That's very easy. Just go to tiles.lfa and let's make a format function that picks a tile and
Uh,
returns a string.
it's called flat map here, right?
I think it is.
It is. Flat map, tile checks. Let me just do this first, because it's in my head. Name the uh, candidate. That's not a great name, but whatever. If candidate is tuple with an OK and whatever. Actually, no, tile. Then list Yeah, now we actually need something for tiles.
No, but this case is
Um,
the case that we don't want. We don't want to report the OKs.
oh, yeah, actually that's right. In that case, this can be empty.
It's the other way around. Well, it's the other one. If we have an error, then I'm so glad that we made mref safe return the element that failed. The
It
key
does,
of the
right?
element that failed.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
20.
Yeah, we don't care about this, but if it's an
We
error
noticed this in the refactoring that
tile,
is actually fucking very useful.
then
Yeah, format. We're gonna create tiles column format, and then you pass the tile. And now we just need to make this function. Oh, you need to put a break line in this, or a separator of some sort as well. Either a new
uh,
line or a separator.
do we have do we have from keys for each from oh wait, this is the wrong module. I want lists, not maps. Pa, 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 pa. Lists. There's probably a string module, I imagine.
But it's probably not gonna be very useful if strings are lists.
Oh, there
Most
is a
people.
string module.
Yeah, no, there is. But usually when strings are lists, lists modules are more useful.
But I don't want parsing. I want casefold, jump, equal, is empty, length, lexemes. Slice, split, take. Where is the freaking...
What do you want?
I want a function that takes two strings
I want a function. Come on, man.
and I want a function that takes two strings and, well, takes a string and a list of strings actually, and puts the string that you gave it between each other string in the list.
Ah, okay.
Join, there we go, join. Takes a
Join.
string, list, and a separator. Um,
It's inside the list module, right?
no, it's actually in string.
It's called join?
It's called join, yes.
I don't have it in here. Are you sure?
I am pretty sure.
String length. Let me check this
Although there
list.
might be a list join as well.
Oh, there is in this other
But
documentation. Oh, fuck it. Let's just use this one that you found.
yeah, no, there's actually a list join as well. That's probably better actually. Um, because I know for a fact that this is going to be a list, so lists join. And the separator comes first, which is going to be comma space. Um,
Okay.
and then we put a new line here, right? Actually, do we do this? We don't, right?
Doesn't matter.
Ah, let's get rid of it.
Okay, let's make the
And then
format
it's,
function.
yeah, tiles, define, format, takes a
Tile.
tile, and returns.
Do we have a capitalize function? Like that makes the first letter capitalized?
Probably do.
I don't know. I actually have. Yep, I don't think that they have it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're fucked. I think we're gonna have to implement this ourselves. How awesome.
Uh, what do you want to capitalize specifically?
The suit. No, but if it's too much work, just fuck it. Just make the atoms strings. I don't care. And let's
Pad,
separate them by bytes.
slice, reverse, replace.
No, they don't have it. Let's just make all make this to make it easier. Let's just go with making atoms
Oh, actually,
strings.
there is one. Title case. There we go. So we need
You grab the tile suit, you convert to a list, and then you apply that function that you found.
grab the tile suit, convert to. Wait, what? Why?
Title case function works on strings, right?
But a string is actually not just a list of numbers, it's a bunch of stuff.
Oh, it works on atoms? Are you sure?
It should, yes.
Okay, so you can just title case on the tile suit of the tile.
And that's a valid string, those are valid strings. Wait, atoms are actually not valid strings. In that case,
Yeah,
yeah, we do need.
we need to convert it. Use the closure macros. I will stop the recording.